Shot put on Friday. Incredible, breaking Ryan Whiting's state record. But we're back now to relay distance events. This, the 4x800 meter relay and AA girls. 12 teams qualified out of semifinals yesterday. Here are the top 8 seeds. Central Cambria has had a terrific year, and they are the #1 seed with Quaker Valley. Villa Maria out of Erie expected to be in the mix for a team championship today, as is Avonworth. Lewisburg, St. Joseph's, Holy Cross, and Tamaqua, the top 8 seeds also in this heat. Grove City, Forest Hills, and South Park. This is all based on times turned in yesterday. 4 runners, 2 laps each. Here in AA girls, defending champions. Villa Maria, in fact, they've won it 2 of the last 3 years, and they are qualified in all 3 relays, which, as you know, Rick, in a AA situation, if you have all 3 relays and they have Grace Brown and a couple other individuals, you're going to be in very good shape to win a team championship.
Yeah, that's certainly the maximum will be 30 points, so any of the places would be helpful.
And Villa Maria early with Bernadette Pritchard, a senior, setting the early pace. As mentioned, each runner will go around the track twice, and then they'll exchange.
Well, Mike, since the hour that's passed since we saw the 3200, the weather conditions have changed significantly. There is only a 1 to 2 mile an hour wind on the track. However, the temperature is 90 degrees, and then the heat index is approaching 100.
Now that is track temperature. Yes. Down on the surface. Villa Maria, the leader. And then on their outside, here comes Quaker Valley. And now Quaker Valley moves into the front. So Quaker Valley and Villa Maria, the top 2 teams here in this heat, with 1 lap to go and then the first exchange. State record set back in 2003 by Gwynedd Mercy in 9:07.82. We were wondering if North Penn in AAA might be able to put down a sub-9 minute time, but with the conditions, that might be a little less likely.
Most of these girls did in fact run their trial heat yesterday. We often talk about having 5 or 6 athletes available for some of the better teams with the better qualifying times, and you don't have to run your 4 best to get in the finals. But that wasn't the case yesterday. Everybody was running the trial heats.
This is Lucia Person of St. Joseph's Catholic Academy out of State College with the lead. They were the Class A cross-country team champions, so they moved down to the front, but stride for stride with them is Central Cambria.
And here's the most dangerous or scariest part of this race is the relay exchange. Most things can go wrong in the relay exchange. You'll see in almost every case, the incoming runner will be running with the baton in the right hand, giving it to the outgoing runner in the left hand.
Shamar Jenkins to follow.
So into the second segment now of this 4x8, and Lewisburg has moved out into the front. Lewisburg with a really, really good distance running tradition. I believe that is Mackenzie Moore who has the baton for them. Yes, it is. So Lewisburg followed by Villa Maria, Central Cambria, and the St. Joseph's Catholic Academy. Lewisburg was the runner-up last year to Villa Maria, who won it in 9:11. So the top 2 teams from last year, the top 2 here in the heat, as Villa Maria moves back out to the front. With the baton for them is Melissa Ricci, also a senior. And Central Cambria on their outside with McKenna Hayward, a freshman. 1 lap to go here, and then the halfway exchange.
Pretty spread out. We have over 100 meters between the qualifying 8 teams, or 12 teams.
Jump was 22 feet 5 inches.
So Hayward and Central Cambria the lead. Villa Maria second. Central Cambria was the runners-up as a team in Class A cross country to St. Joseph's Catholic Academy, and that team has fallen back into what appears to be 5th right now. So Central Cambria, Villa Maria, and Lewisburg, the top seed as we approach the halfway point of the race. So with no wind whatsoever on the track now, only a mile or two per hour. As we mentioned earlier in the individual 3200, no one's getting a push on any part of the track.
No one's getting a push or resistance. I noticed during the semifinals in the 100 and the hurdles, man, all those sprinters were happy with the track conditions, fast times. But in the distance races, again, it affects these athletes a little more substantially. So we've had fair exchanges here as we go through. Last 3-4 teams. And you can see once you get the baton, you're instructed to hold your ground, let the other runners run around you. Then you'll step off the track and continue. The head-on shot shows here different than the 3200. These girls are running 800 meters and running much faster, and you can see the turnover of their legs is actually quicker. Their arms look like they have a higher drive, so their elbow goes up in the back more, and their wrist higher in the front. And they also have a baton, so they're getting a little leverage there, swinging that baton.
Grace Brown running the third segment for Villa Maria. She's out in front, but Central Cambria continues to hang right with them. 3 laps to go in the race, 1 more lap for these two individuals. Central Cambria and Villa Maria, the top 2.
And these two teams are significantly faster than the other teams by over 10 seconds.
This is kind of what we expected. Central Cambria, the third place finisher from last year. Obviously, Villa Maria, the defending champion. Grace Brown, who's got the baton now, had such a good meet last year as a freshman. A favorite among the favorites in several individual events this year as a sophomore. And she's been able to hold off Paige West, who was a freshman for Central Cambria.
Yeah, and you can see she actually drifted out into lane 2 to keep her out on her outside shoulder.
Paige West on your left, and then the Villa Maria runner, Grace Brown, on your right. Coming down to the final exchange, and West, the freshman, has made the pass on the sophomore Brown. Yesterday, it was Lexi Peterman who had the hammer for Central Cambria in the semifinals. They had the best time yesterday. You see the clock as we come down on 2 laps to go. West makes the pass, as does Brown, and here we go now, 2 laps to go in this 4x8. Looks like it's Lewisburg still third, and Avonworth is 4th as they go into these final exchanges. And indeed, that's the case. Lewisburg passed third, but that was a long time between the top 2 teams of Lewisburg.
Nearly 80 meters. And we knew it was going to come down to these 2 teams. And look, there's an aggressive move on the backstretch, but a response, and they're still stride for stride. Oh, and she finally made the pass.
Claire Brown is a senior for Villa Maria, running anchor for them. And for Central Cambria, it is indeed Lexi Peterman who ran anchor for them yesterday. These two are going to sort out the 4x8 championship. Central Cambria wearing the red, and Villa Maria out of Erie wearing the blue. We're down to 1 lap to go in the 4x8.
And this is going to end up being who has the most determination, the most guts for the last 400 meters. They've been running stride for stride the entire leg.
Brown and Peterman, and Brown makes a move. There's the battle for third. Lewisburg leading that right now over Avonworth. But they're just now getting to the start-finish line. And the top 2 teams are midway down the backstretch. Villa Maria in the blue and Central Cambria in the red. Lexi Peterman on your left for Central Cambria. Claire Brown on your right for Villa Maria. 200 meters to go. On the outside, Central Cambria, Villa Maria on the inside. Claire Brown and Lexi Peterman. Is Brown going to be able to hold off Peterman now with 100 meters to go as they turn onto the front stretch?
Certainly our most exciting race of the day.
Central Cambria on the outside, Villa Maria on the inside.
And here's where you need to relax and keep your body moving. If you tense up, you actually slow down.
And Peterman makes the pass, and Central Cambria is going to win it. Central Cambria takes down defending state champion Villa Maria in a 9:11.72.
Totally spent. They ran a 71 last lap. 71 last lap.
That is the 18th best time in the country this year, as Avonworth is going to take third. But that will go as the 18th best time in the country this year unofficially. Central Cambria won an anchor leg by Lexi Peterman to win gold in the 4x8. And in conditions these brutal, that is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, and you can see, even at only running 800 meters, both of the girls went down to their knees or crouched over after the race because they were so spent. That was stride for stride, neck and neck, the entire 800 until the last 10 meters. So here's that finish again. They're coming down. You can see almost staggering with a forward lean. She makes it by, and they almost go to a crawl pace to finish because they ran so hard for the first 750 of that leg.
So Central Cambria, Sydney Gilkey, McKenna Hayward, Paige West, and Lexi Peterman. Hayward and West are freshmen, and again, it goes as the 18th best time in the country this year.
No matter how tired you are, by winning, you seem to get some extra energy at the end.
Funny how that works, right? Great effort by them. So that'll move us on to